MashaAllah, MashaAllah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah al-aliyyil azim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ibadihi alladhina istafa. Amma ba'du farabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli wa qul rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin waj'al li min ladunka sultanan nasira. Bismillah wa billah wa tawakkaltu ala Allah. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. In verse number 129, Surah Al-Baqarah, second chapter of the Holy Book of Quran, we read it in the session before, and we left half of it for explanation for this session, and we read it and recite it first together, then we make our humble effort to explain it. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياتك ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. This phrase or this ayah completely is part of that longer supplication and invocation that Ibrahim alayhi salam did it while he was raising the walls of Kaaba along with his son Ismail alayhi salam. If we see the whole of this supplication from the first phrase, starting from the Rabbana taqabbal minna up to this end, at the end of this verse, we see that Ibrahim alayhi salam requested a complete package of successfulness and welfare for humanity and for man, as he included all those worldly subsistence and all those what can take man to the right path and to paradise and to the nearness of Allah. So all is included in his invocation, and that shows that how he was so merciful and so feeling love about humanity and his fellow creature man. As he wanted Allah in the verse number 127 that, "O Allah, first give us way into your court by accepting this service that we are doing to you." Then he first asked for himself and for his son. They both, of course, invocated that Rabbana waj'alna muslimaini, that we be submissive to you in all the aspect of service to you. And then he started to make dua for his zuriya, or the offspring, his descendant, ummatan muslimatan, that make an ummah that would be submissive and totally admitted to you. And also he asked Allah that he may show them the right path of doing services to him. He meant by that Allah may show them the way that they can satisfy or they can make him be content with them. And at the end, he is asking Allah to, in this verse which we are now explaining, that verse, Rabbana wab'as fihim rasulan, he is demanding, he is requesting, he is invocating for a messenger and a parcel that will rise from within them, from the ummah that he has asked it from Allah in the verse 128. That messenger be from them and he show them, Yatlu alayhim ayatika, as we have translated it and we have explained it, and this view we have selected, and it is more perfect than the other view that only reciting the verses of Quran or verses of book, of course verses of Quran. That is, maybe that meaning can be taken from these words, but the reality is that ayat is not used for only this written ayat, but ayat are signs of Allah, and those signs can be in so many shapes, and one of those shapes is that this written book that we have in our front. But there are so many other signs of Allah in character of the Prophet, in his dealing with the people, his in the universe and all around him and in surrounding him, in providing people some relief and fighting with those who are opposing this movement of Islam, and so many things that they happen consecutively one after another and made him be successful in very short time and prevail his message to all around the world in only and only 10 years, we can say, or if we include to that those years of Makkah, then it will be 23 years total, and that is a very, very short time if we consider how any new movement can succeed and can prevail and take a dominancy on all other movement and all other creed or religions. So that all was signs of Allah that was shown to all people around him and all who were present at that time. So he was presenting those signs of Allah one after another, and that is what it is called Yatlu alayhim ayatika. And here Allah is not said that ayatil Quran, Yatlu alayhim ayatil Quran, ayatika. So ayatika, when it is referred to Allah and it is related to directly to Allah, then we have to get from it a different meaning from those ayat which are recited, or ayat of Quran. So that is what we explained it in the session before, and from this phrase that we are starting now, this session starts, وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةَ. Of course, this phrase also is another clue for us, and it is another guide, or it is another witness for us that the meaning in the first phrase cannot be that reciting of the ayat of Quran, written ayat of Quran, because here Allah is telling that وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ, who all of those who have translated the first phrase as the reciting of the ayat of Quran, now they are in a difficulty, and they have here a problem to translate this word وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابِ. If that was a tilawat of Quran, what is the ta'lim of Quran then? So وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةِ, and he would be one who will educate people, educate that ummah. What? Al-Kitab. And Al-Kitab, we have translated it and explained it that Al-Kitab means that everything that Allah tells people as a law of life, as a law of going on the right path, as a part of the guidance of Allah, whatever it is, be it is something practical and be it something theoretical, that is in theory. So both of them, whatever Allah has given as a guidance to be conveyed to man, that is called Al-Kitab. And this whole combined thing from theoretical and theory and practical, they both are found in previous books and in this book. So in this way, kitab is a word that can be used for all those laws of Allah that came to Moses, or they were brought by Jesus, or they are now brought by the last prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So here Ibrahim alayhi salam supplicates that to Allah, that the messenger that will rise in the coming times, he would be one that will teach people the kitab of Allah. Al-Kitab. Al-Kitab means the book that Allah has given, the law that Allah have given, the codes of life and the codes of prosperity and succeeding in this life and for the life hereafter. Wal hikmah, and also not only teach them kitab, al-kitab, but also teach them al-hikmah. And al-hikmah, there are so many views about this word. Some of the narrator or some of the commentators, they have meant by that the narration of the Holy Prophet or ahadith of the Holy Prophet are hikmah, but it does not have so much good weight in this view. We don't have a good weight in that, so that the real meaning of hikmah is that a man can have a balanced life. How a man can have a balanced life that can make him successful in worldly affair and hereafter. That is what it is, hikmah. And that it is what was presented by the lifestyle of the Holy Prophet, by the seerat of him, by the way of life or the etiquette or the protocol that he showed to us. And for this very purpose, Allah said to him that he is the uswa for you, and he is model for you, and he is the one that you can follow his millah or his way of life, or his, because all of that is according to hikmah, and hikmah means wisdom, means doing things wisely and with wisery and with purpose, achieving goal with no harm or hurt of anything or anyone. So that is the way, means not having any losses, but taking and having all benefit from the way that you do things and reach your goals. So that is what it is called hikmah. So Allah sent these apostles to teach people hikmah, and this is what Ibrahim alayhi salam asking Allah, that this apostle, this prophet that you will send in the time which will come, that will be one that teach people al-hikmah. And what other thing that he will do? The other thing is وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ, and the other thing is that in their practical life they will be purified by him. يُزَكِّيهِمْ, and he will keep them and make them to be prosperous. يُزَكِّيهِمْ, it has two meaning. One of them is to purify something from some filth or some wrongness, and the other meaning is to prosper, to grow. And here maybe the second meaning is much preferred, because وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ, because the talim is there, the hikmat is there, the talim of kitab means educating and informing the people about the laws of Allah, and then giving them the lessons of hikmat and wisdom, all is completed. And now the turn is for developing somebody and taking step by step upper and upper and upper, and doing some of those what he have learned in practical, and developing somebody and making progress in his successes, and to go upper and upper. And remember, him, maybe that is the meaning what it is meant here, not only to purify them, or only that they be good people, because in hikmah all that is covered. Hikmah is not that somebody goes on the wrong path, or he is practically somebody who does wrong practices, so that is not part of hikmah. So if somebody goes on the wrong way, or he is practically a wrongful man, then he will lose hikmah, and then there is no hikmah. So him, maybe the first meaning I have said that most of the translators, they have given the meaning of purifying in practices, but I say Yuzaki as the second meaning of it, but actually in the lughat, or in the linguistic wise, if we see lexicon, that the meaning of progress or development is rather fast meaning. And so yuzakihim, that keep them developing. So there are madarij, there are steps, and there are of course grades in the being successful and being near to Allah. So maybe this is the meaning what Allah meant by these words. And Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted Allah that he be one that he will keep these people to grow and to be more near to Allah. وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Of course, you are the one who is mighty and all wise. And that is what Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah. And of course, Allah has materialized his supplication, and his dua is completed and given positive response, and Allah did all what Ibrahim alayhi salam asked it from Allah. May Allah keep us of those people who are the real result of the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, and to follow that messenger which was there because of the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, to be following him sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.